Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. We are back on air. We're doing another YouTube video. We haven't done one in a while, and I've been telling you guys what we were going to do, and now today we've got a beautiful day to do it. So today we're going to do something that some of you guys have asked about, and it's something that I believe in. And okay guys, from day one, the very first day that we brought the Mach 1 back, we have been using a particular product, and I'm going to turn the camera and show you exactly what we have been using, and I'm going to show you today what we will be using. So first and foremost, ever since day one, when we purchased the Mach 1, I informed the dealer before I picked the Mach 1 up, please do not wash or wax my Mach 1. If you wash it, just wash it with some mild soap. I'm going to pick it up as is. So they did not put any wax on the Mach 1 because I wanted to ceramic coat. And I was made aware of a product that I had heard about, and I thought, well, let's give it a try. Based on the amount of money that those who have their cars ceramic coated and what I was willing to pay, I wanted to see and test the market to see what works out there. So from day one, we have been using Torque Detail Ceramic Shine. From day one, it is a spray-on ceramic coating that we have used on the Mach 1 ever since we have had the Mach 1. And I am telling you that because I have been certainly impressed by the results. The Mach 1, when I take the cover off, if I can't get one end of the cover all the way over one corner and grab it, it will slide completely off. The shine is immaculate. Before we even mounted the new wheels on the Mach 1, before we even mounted the tires on the Mach 1, we took every one of those wheels and coated it with the Torque Detail Ceramic Shine. And I will tell you this, even though you get brake dust in there every time you drive, and I have not just wiped it out so you can see it, but the brake dust, when I rinse it off, it comes straight off, which makes cleaning so much easier. So yeah, Torque Detail has been in my life ever since the Mach 1. So when I thought about doing a ceramic coating video for the Maverick, I thought, well, this is a daily driver. Let me talk to Torque Detail and let me see what they have as far as products. I told them what I was going to do, and I'm going to show you everything that we now have from Torque Detail. Okay, today what we're going to be using, two products that I have not used before, is the clay lube. Clay lube is what you go over with the clay bar, which is right here, to remove any surface imperfections, bird poop, whatever. It gets it off. And you use the clay lube and the clay bar. You work it over the surface, a clean surface, because we've already washed and rinsed the vehicle prior to doing this. But even before we do the clay bar, we're going to use the Torque Detail Decon soap. The Decon which is decontaminating soap that will remove any waxes or residue that's on the vehicle, so that when we do put the ceramic shine down, that it will be on a clean, fresh surface. So if you'll do this before, take your Maverick or whatever vehicle you use, if you'll do this before, if you get your vehicle fresh from the dealership, obviously you're not going to probably need to do the clay bar or the decontamination soap. But it is a good idea, because you never know. Sometimes the dealer, even if you tell them not to, they will put some spray on wax or whatever. But you want to start with a clean surface. So in the past, we have used the Torque Detail spray that I showed you for the Mach 1. But in addition to that, there is a new product that has come out that we're going to use today, and we're going to see how it works. I'm pretty sure it's going to be at least as good as what I've been using on the Mach 1, but it's supposed to be even better than that. So let's turn the camera around again and let you see. Today we're going to be using the graphene burst coat, a new product from Torque Detail that's supposed to seal in your shine, give it a good tough coat of ceramic coating on your vehicle. And in addition to that, I want to tell you about the other products that we also have that we use. When I put the spoiler on the back of the Mach 1, it had some swirl marks in it. So Torque Detail also has this great product called scratch and swirl remover that you can go over and get those tiny scratches out. And if you have a leather interior, they have a product called Leather Restore from Torque Detail. Finally, to finish it all off, you have the graphene tire shine, and last but not least, the plastic restore. And I promise you, if you use the plastic restore, specifically for you guys who have a Maverick, you know that all along the bottom you have that black plastic area there along the bottom and the back, and even the back bumper. If you use it on that as directed on the bottle, it'll make that area look really nice, and it won't be you know, looking kind of dull and lifeless. But yeah, use that on that also. So we're going to get started. I'm enough time running my mouth because now I do recommend doing this. Give yourself plenty of time, because we're going to first, we won't have to do too much of the decontamination because I didn't put any wax on here, so any residue shouldn't be very much, because I've kept it clean and I rinse it pretty much as often as I can. So we're going to use the decontamination soap, and then we're going to follow with a brief, not all the panels, probably just the front and maybe the front hood and fenders with the clay bar, just to make sure. You'll feel with the clay bar, if you've ever used a clay bar, you'll feel if there's any imperfections. You'll feel how the surface feels through the clay bar, whether it's needed or not. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get started first with the decontamination soap. Okay guys, how about some real talk? Y'all know I try to keep it real and tell you guys everything that's going on, and keeping it so that I'm not making false claims for you guys who are going to do this to your vehicle. The question I get asked, if I put ceramic coating on my truck or car, is it going to stop it from getting scratched? All right, now come on guys, realistically, how easy is paint to scratch? Pretty easily. There is no ceramic coating that you're going to put on your vehicle that's going to keep it from getting scratched. The only thing that you can put on your vehicle to keep it from getting scratched is a PPF, paint protection film. Whether it's gloss, whether it's another color, that's the only thing that can protect your paint. If a rock flies up, I don't care what kind of coating you put on it other than PPF, it's going to get scratched. So let's put that myth to rest. Next, is this a one-time, one-and-done thing? No. Come on, guys. We live in an environment now that has acid rain, there's bird poop, there's everything falling on your vehicle. There is nothing that is going to be foolproof as far as protecting your paint. Yes, you will have to reapply this. How often? You have to gauge that by the environment that you're in. If you're a daily driver, if you're driving on a highway all the time, you're getting grease and oil all over your car every day, you're having to wash it more times. If you live in a very rainy environment where you get more acid rain, you have to gauge it by how your paint looks is it still have that beautiful ceramic coat shine? Is the rain water completely beating off of it? That's how you'll know. So yeah, I'm going to do it as often as necessary, and that will vary by person, but there's nothing that you can do to your vehicle if it's going to be your daily driver that's going to keep it, even like the Mach 1. The Mach 1 is not a daily driver. Mach 1 is my for lack of a better word, garage queen. She stays covered up in the garage, and yes, it stays nice a long time. I've only had to wash that car, you know, not as many times as I do the Maverick. The Maverick is a daily driver, so I'm expecting to have to do regular maintenance. There's no exception. Regular maintenance is regular maintenance, whether it's to your engine, oil change, tires, all that stuff. You have to take care of it. Now, that being said, as I go around my truck, I notice when I'm washing, there are pretty much no imperfections in my paint. And that's attributed to the fact that I do very little freeway driving. I take an occasional trip on the highway now. I used to do freeway driving, you know, at least 3 or 4 times a week. Now I'm doing mostly local suburban type driving. So yes, I'm going to be less likely to get chips, glass damage, all those things that you get on the highway. So having said all of that, the only area that I really need to go over with the clay bar is on the hood. I'm not sure if we do have cats in the area that kind of jump on vehicles from time to time, and there's a little area on the hood just behind the hood protector that I have. I'm going to go over that with a clay bar. It's on the driver's side, and then we're going to go right into coating with the new graphene torque detail. So hang on and we'll get to it. Okay guys, when you are using the clay bar, and this is a mother's clay bar that I've had from a previous wax that I've used, so it's good. Or you can use some stuff that Torque Detail also can supply you with. They have a clay bar pad, which is good too. But before you even start, you have to have a clean, dry surface. We've already washed it, we've decontaminated it, and now this is the clay bar lube. You want to make sure that you spray enough to keep that area lubricated. You never know, and even today it's windy, so we're getting the petals from my beautiful cherry tree blowing onto the truck. So we're having to make sure that the surface is clean and dry, there's nothing blowing onto it, and then we'll hit this to keep it lubed and go over with the clay bar. Okay, now we're going to sit this down. I won't be using the clay bar anymore today. And the clay bar, you can keep it for a while. The trick is to make sure your clay bar does not dry out and get hard, so you want to put it in a little baggie. Get some of those really tiny baggies because you don't want a lot of airspace. You want it to be sealed but not any airspace in the bag. So now what we're going to do, we're going to take a cloth and wipe that off. Make sure when you're using the clay bar that you do not use a circular motion. You want to use a back and forth motion. I did do a little circle toward the front, but try to make sure you do the back and forth motion. Make sure it's dry. Make sure it's wet with the lube. And then what we're going to do now, we're going to rinse that area off and go over it with the clay bar one more time. Okay, since that area is wet, I won't have to put any more lube on it. We'll just go back and forth over the same area that you just finished. And already I see the area that I was concerned about is already completely smooth. No worries, no hurries. Smooth as silk. This clay bar that I'm using is one that I have from a mother's kit, and you can see I've had one in here for a while. This one I had on Actually, if you've ever seen some of my videos, the 92LX, which pretty much named this channel, I used it on it, and it has a lot of specs in it. So I'm going to throw this old one away, seal this new one in here, squirt all the air out of it as much as possible, and you can reuse it because this is basically a brand new clay bar. So now we're going to rinse that area again and then completely dry it. So you've already picked up your Maverick from the dealership and they've already waxed it. You didn't stop them, so how or what would you do? Well, the decontamination soap that we use will take all the wax off. You may have to wash it. Well, you probably only have to wash it one time. That decontamination soap will pretty much take off the wax. How do you know when you've gotten it off? See how the water is not beating? There's some drops there, but it's not beating. It lays down flat. That's how you know that there's no more wax on there. Because you got to have a clean slate to put the ceramic coat on. Ideally, if you could do this in an area that's not completely in the sun, but for today we are in partly sunny, partly cloudy skies, which compared to all the rain we have is pretty much ideal. So you gotta work with what you got. I waited and waited and waited for a day to do this video because every day off I had, it would rain. Previous to that, we had snow every day off. So yeah, I'm just glad to get out here and be able to do you guys justice in a very good tutorial video on ceramic coating. And for the Mustang, this is what we've been using. It's called Torque Detail Turbo Waterless Detailer. So basically it's like washing your car without using water. And this stuff, it smells good and it works incredible. I even use it occasionally if I drive the Mustang out and I get a bug or two driving at night. I'll spray it with this stuff. Does not take your ceramic coat off either. Spray it with this, rub it out with a clean cloth, takes the bugs right off. This stuff, not only is it good for bringing the shine back, but also should you have bugs on your window. I use this stuff. The Mach 1 has a matte black stripe on it. You can spray that matte black stripe with this stuff, wipe it, and it'll give it a clean look. And you know, matte black, you don't want to put wax on it. If you ever put wax on a matte black finish, you know that it will turn white. This stuff will not do that. Okay guys, so now we're ready for the graphene burst coat. And this will be my first time using graphene burst coat. It's supposed to be better than the product that I'm currently using. And you and I are going to find out together. So let's get it. Gently. Now we're going to use the 2-rag method, and we're going to do a small area at a time. So you'll allow me to put this in my pocket. It's going to look kind of goofy, but we're going to fold this in 4 parts. This is a good sized towel, and we'll use each portion of the towel. Actually, you can even fold it even smaller than that. Shake the product up, and as you're doing it, occasionally shake it up. So what we're going to do is I try to go by the line that's created by the fender and the hood, and then there's a line where the bumper cover connects. So I'll do half of that fender, and then I'll do the back half of that fender. So here we go. Take the lock off. And it's just a mist. It's a very light mist. So you're going to take and rub that in. And again, you do not have to do it in a circular motion. As a matter of fact, I would suggest don't put it in a circular motion at all. Rub it in real good. Get it real Work it over the whole panel. All right. Now I'm going to put this under my arm, take out the other cloth, and buff it out. And I can tell you guys that I can feel this stuff working. And I'm sure if you're looking at this video, you can see, hopefully you can see, I can see it, the difference in the shine already. Again, I tell you guys, if you're going to do this as soon as you get your vehicle. It'll make less work for you. You won't have to do a decontamination if you don't have your vehicle waxed before you get it. Put that back in my pocket. And we can overlap a little bit. As a matter of fact, what I will do, just to make sure that I don't miss anything, I will go back over the entire vehicle a second time. And the wind is not our friend today, so I'm trying to block the wind and get a good spray on it without it all blowing every which way. Okay guys, here is the finished product. If you can see, I hope the camera's picking that up, but you can see the reflection. Not only the reflection, you can pick out the colors and the detail of everything that's on my shirt, the Mach 1. You can see that also in the reflection of the paint. Phenomenal stuff. It is exceeding my expectations. I'm happy with it. Yeah. And for you guys who are on the fence about the hot pepper red metallic, I love it. Is it red? Sometimes it's red. You look at it in different lights, it kind of looks like a metallic hot candy orange. Yeah, I love the paint. Does it look like red? You be the judge. Look at the Mach 1. Mach 1 is race red. That's a totally different color, but this hot pepper red metallic, and that's why I call this vehicle Pepper. I name all my vehicles, and this has been no exception. But look at the shine that the graphene burst torque detail did to the Maverick. It is gorgeous. You can see the reflection of me, color, detail, everything in the paint. That tells you how you got a complete shine. So next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna put the camera down, do the tires, and then the wheels, and I'll show you the finished product after we get done with that. Okay guys, the last thing we're going to do, we're going to take care of our plastics with the Plastic Restore, also from Torque Detail. You can do it one of two ways. You can spray it onto the cloth, but it wants you to let it soak in 30 to 60 seconds. I'm going to spray it onto the cloth simply because I don't want to get any overspray on my newly ceramic coated paint. So, and it's windy out here. Make sure you shake the product up good. Now, obviously, my plastics on my car, or should I say, I'm sorry, I call it a car. I'm acting like everybody else, are new. So, obviously, my plastic on the Maverick is new, and it's not going to need as much restore as maybe somebody who has had their vehicle a while. But if you start doing this now when it's new, it's going to stay looking new for a long time. Go around and work all your plastic. Okay guys, doesn't Pepper look marvelous? Woo-wee! We spent all day. She's looking good. Not me, the truck. Yeah, it's a truck, right. Don't she look good? Hang on a sec, I'll turn the camera out so you can stop looking at me and look at the truck. Okay guys, so in the end, what did we do? We decontaminated the paint. We did a small clay bar project on the front hood where there was probably some, I don't know, some debris or something that got on the hood on the road. After we totally decontaminated the paint, we did the clay bar. First and foremost, we washed everything down and made sure everything was super clean before we started any of the process. We cleaned it, washed it, dried it, clay barred, and then we went over it with the graphene burst torque detail from front to back, all the painted surfaces. I've even had good luck using their products on the glass. I did not use it on it this time. I haven't done anything to the glass, but it's super clean, so I may even try it on that. Yeah, we did the entire vehicle. It's sparkling, shiny, and protected from all the burnt poop that's bound to hit, because that beautiful tree you see in the background is a cherry tree, and the birds love the cherries on it, and they love to drop droppings on my vehicle. So it is good to have the torque detail ceramic coating on it now. I feel much better. So we did that. Then we did the tires with the torque detail tire shine, and then we went all the way around and we wiped the tires, not the tires, we did the wheels with the ceramic coating as well, so that now when the brake dust does get on the wheels, and it's going to, it's a daily driver, it's easier to spray off. The last thing that we did, we took the torque detail plastic restore and we wiped down all the plastic bumper covers in the back. We did that. That's at the top where the where the tonneau cover is, and this goes all the way around. We wiped this off too. It's really not plastic, but it's a type of vinyl, so far it looks good on there too. So we did all of that. We did the door handles, we did the plastic all the way around the back, we did the plastic all the way at the bottom, we even did the plastic right here. See a little overspray from doing that. We did the plastic on the front of these bumpers. Yeah, we did all of that. We even did the plastic on the grill. So maybe, just maybe, the bugs will come off of there easier, but when it's all said and done, I do believe that Pepper looks hot. Hot pepper, right? Hot pepper red. Pepper looks hot. So that's what we did. Been waiting to do it. Been waiting weeks and weeks to use those products. I got them a few weeks ago. Thank you to Torque Detail for all of the great products that they have supplied us with. And I would implore you to, yeah, try them out for yourself. The proof is in the pudding. So when you look at my channel, why is it that that's his daily driver and it still looks clean? Torque Detail. Buy the products. They're a little more expensive than some of the things that you can buy in the store, but I will tell you this, they last a long time and they work and last on the vehicle a long time. Tested and proven it on the Mach 1. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the video. It's good to be back doing videos again. I appreciate you guys. We're about to crack the 2,000 subscriber mark, another milestone, and we have 3,000 miles on the Maverick. So thank you. Remember to like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. Later.